Does it say live?
Those holes that I'm missing or something.
I would really like to know if this is actually being publicized. I seem to remember that this is not a particularly good time for live streaming. It's very early in the morning for folks in the US. It's a bit late for people down under, and the Brits, well, they're busy at a London tournament, so this is a little depressing. Okay, there seems to be more than one viewer. Hello, viewer out there. I would like some feedback on how you knew there was a stream going on. Hello. How did you know that there is a stream going on now? Was it sent to your YouTube feed, or did you just stumble on it on my channel? I'd like some feedback. Okay. Ideally, I would like my video to be posted on subscribers' main pages. Like when I upload a new video, people will know that I have a new video because it appears on the under the list of subscribers. I'm hoping that when I stream live, the same will happen, but it seems that that's not the case. Or in any case, I think this is just a very poor time to stream. If I don't get more viewers, I think I'll call off the stream and perhaps do it at another time. It really does seem like yeah, I'm trying to get a few of the demographics for my audience base, so that I can find a good time to stream. It seems to be around, well, when the Brits are sleeping. Perhaps maybe 2 to 3 a.m. thereabouts UTC. That's when it's nighttime for Americans and noontime for those down under. That seems to be the best time. Oh, interesting. I might go on with the stream after all. I'll give it a few more minutes. I mean, the worst case is it'll just be uploaded as VOD, so everyone can watch it later. So no harm streaming right now. In the meantime, I need to check out my videos. Oops. Okay, so there are two separate videos. Fair enough. I'll delete this one. Okay. This should be monetized. Okay. Okay, I guess I'll just go on with the games and hopefully more people will pick it up. Otherwise, everyone can watch my archives. Make a run on archives. Okay, what decks do I have today? Today I will be playing two decks that make yeah, I'll be playing Shaper and Wayland. Let me think. Yeah, I'll be using cards. Between the two decks that I plan to play, I'll be using cards from all three of the newest data packs: Old Hollywood, Universe of Tomorrow, and Data and Destiny. So, yep, this should be interesting. Alright, there seem to be more viewers now, so I'll go ahead. Actually, I should extend an invitation as per usual. If anyone wants to play against me up to D&D, feel free to leave a message in the chat or hit me up on Octagon. I would much prefer play one of you viewers rather than looking for either in Octagon. Otherwise, I'll create a room now. No point wasting more time. So. Yep, if anyone wants to have a game or two with me, it's not too late. I can easily make a new private room. And once again, I'll publicize the piano music playing in the background is from none other than Landry, an amazing pianist. Do check his Twitch out. I've left his link in the description of this video, so do check it out. Okay, just check. And once again, I'll publicize the piano music playing in the background is from none other than Landry. Okay, the balance is fine. Pianist, do check his. Okay. Now we wait for a game. I do have a plan to do a pack review of the next two data packs with one of my UK friends. If everything goes well, it might come out. So spoiler alert for that. That should be pretty interesting. Once again, if any of you viewers want to play against me, I'm more than happy to have a game with you guys. Just leave me a message and we'll get down to it before someone joins my room. Yeah, Octagon traffic isn't too busy today, or rather at this time of the morning, night, afternoon, whatever it is. I'll tone down this a tad. Okay. Still no one. Well, that's a problem. Not having viewers is one thing. Not being able to even play a game is another. This could be tricky. Yeah, there are a lot of new possible decks out there now that so many cards have been introduced into the card pool. I think people will eventually get bored of building NBN decks. I know I don't want to be playing NBN all day every day, even though that will probably end up being the case because the new NBN cards are just so powerful. The problem is until D&D actually gets shipped in stores, there's a lot of stuff that you can't really play around with. Ah, what a pity. Yeah, and that's the problem. Like, I want to play Media Blitz, I want to play 24/7 News Cycle, 15 minutes, all the new IDs, but I can't. Not with physical cards at least. And that's a problem. That's a small, tiny problem. I've been searching for about 5 minutes now. That's probably not a good sign. So I have an interesting dealer deck I want to try. If you remember one of my previous videos, I did a set review of Old Hollywood, and one of the cards I talked about was Fansight. Now, it might seem ridiculous at first. I said Fansight combos better with Data Dealer than Frame Drop, and it actually fits in pretty well in Criminal. If you can get around the problem of having too little influence to build your deck with. Because right now, Criminals are the most starved for influence of the 3 factions. Spending 3 more influence on money when Criminals are supposed to be the richest faction is probably not a good idea, but it could work. You can't really underestimate the power of having 27 credits at your disposal. It is pretty powerful, I think. And the best thing is that it is almost certainly unconditional. It's not like Desperado security testing, where you can easily get holes if you're playing against Blue Sun and they ice up every single server. Fansight is pretty unconditional because every corp will want to score agendas at some point or another. So it is basically guaranteed money as long as you draw the cards, and this is why you need card draw. As I said, Drunk Dealer isn't very good. It hasn't really impressed me. Of course I haven't played with it yet, but just by pure theory crafting hasn't really impressed me, hence it's a one-off in this deck. It might not even have a place. It's mostly Earthrise Hotel and Fisk Investment Seminar that will pull the weight of drawing my entire deck. And I think Fisk Investment Seminar is pretty good in a couple of IDs. It is, well, it's obviously the criminal version of Diesel and I've Had Worse. The problem is, unlike those two, this actually has a serious downside. Drawing 3 cards for the corp is actually a bad thing if you... Yeah, it's usually a bad thing, because if they have even a single Jackson Howard in their hand, you're just speeding up the draw for them. It means that, hey, instead of spending clicks to use Jackson Howard, you spend the clicks for me. So you're saving me 1 or 2 clicks. That's not good. You don't want that to happen. So Fisk Investment Seminar is actually pretty bad in my opinion. It's basically like playing, what do you call it? Mega Research Fundraiser. And we all know how horrible a card that is. The whole point is, with Leela, you can threaten a lot of problems with Fisk Investment Seminar. If you manage to bounce ice, they will be flooded with lots of cards in the hand. And secondly, you might think, in the scenario where their hand is completely clear of agendas because they are fast advancing or they're chucking everything in the remote, and you have legworks in your hand but you don't have R&D digging tools, what you could do is Fisk Investment Seminar, force them to draw cards and possibly agendas, and what happens after that? You legwork them, giving yourself a chance to hit the agendas and bounce more ice back, and giving you agenda points. It also combos with Account Siphon, because if you can drain the corp to 0 credits, being flooded with 8 or 9 cards at the start of your turn while you're at 0 credits is probably one of the worst prospects you can ever face as the core. So Fist Investment Seminar really belongs into credit denial decks that have account siphon, or leader decks because you bounce ice into the hand, or assets into the hand, or in Laramie Fisk, obviously. In most other decks, I don't think it's really worth running. There are better draw options out there. I think even Drug Dealer might be better than Fist Investment Seminar. Okay, there are no games. This is not very good. Well, that's a problem. I think I will remake the game. Perhaps with a more appealing title. I want decent games. I hope there won't be too much waffle stomping on either side. Hopefully we have some close tight games where both sides are able to show off what they have to offer on the table. I think that would make for good TV, or in this case good YouTube. So hopefully I can get some people out. Yeah, there don't seem to be many games going around right now, so that's a huge problem. Until then, I have to apologize to all you viewers who are watching right now. You're probably alt-tabbing, doing something else right now. I'll just call you all when I actually do find a game. For now, we'll just enjoy the piano music by Landry and talk more about life, I guess. What's there to talk about? Well, one thing I've been realizing, Chrism Grid is actually becoming very unpopular right now. Maybe it's because deck slots are tight, but whatever the case is, people are just not playing Chrism Grid as much as they used to. I guess there has been a decline in... Ooh, finally! Okay, get ready everyone, we have a game on our hands. I'm going to run first, and I'll be playing Kate. Alright, so the deck that I'm about to play is... Oh, the interface is updated. Okay. Okay, so as I was saying, the deck I'm about to play is basically... It's jank. I have to say it is jank. The name is Drugged Dogged Surfer, and you might be able to guess what this deck is up to. So basically, I'm going to use Surfer to try to surf through as many of his eyes as possible, which is why I'm running Tinkering and Paintbrush, which is somewhere in my deck. Alright, I'm up against IG, which is probably a horrible matchup because I don't have Imp in my deck. I will keep this hand because I have Diesel to draw into hopefully a Proco, and if failing that, I can Personal Workshop the stuff that I draw. Now, Personal Workshop is kind of a non-bo with Kate, but I really do need the money, so I think I can justify playing this in Kate. So basically the plan is, when he resists an ice, I'll try to bounce out, and then I'll Paintbrush it, then I'll run into it, breaking it with a hyper-efficient Cerberus Lady, and then surf my way to the inside first, followed by breaking it with the hyper-efficient Lady. Then I'll get into the server and multi-access somehow. Okay, so he ices up R&D, very wise choice. I'm not running Count Siphon. First click Diesel. I'm not interested in face checking anything yet, and I think he's playing a slow deck, so time is on my side for now. Second click, I will play Personal Workshop. Third click, I will host Lady on the Workshop, which makes the most sense. Last, I'll use the Kate discount to get the friendship in. Hyper efficiency right there. So, Cerberus Lady is the only icebreaker in this deck. There are 3 copies of them, but I only have barrier breakers in this deck. Which makes sense because everything should be paintbrushable or tinkerable. That is the plan. We'll see how well or how badly that works. In the meantime, I need to keep track of his face downs. So far, he's gonna discard quite a few cards here. That is something to constantly keep a lookout of. I need to be a bit careful of net damage. I think I can afford to lose most cards. Okay. Do I want to contest his cards? I think the answer is no. It could be a melange, I'll regret it if it's a melange, but otherwise I don't have the money to contest his remotes. It's probably a pet campaign, so I'm gonna draw. Perfect. Credit. Proco. Proco. So this deck definitely wants the Proco to get going ASAP. Okay, what I'm planning to do is to make a Stim hack run once I have a loaded personal workshop. I'll probably install load R&D on personal workshop, install SMC, and make a Stim hack run in the near future on archives. Oh, and I knew it was. Yes, I totally called him a launch. That was my mistake. I really should be denying it. I'm just going to discard a card here. Do I trash melange for 4 credits? I can't, can I? I mean, I could Stim hack into that server, but it's probably not worth it for me. I'd rather spend this turn setting up, so I'll give him everything that he wants. Okay. Okay. I will host SMC. So basically I'm gonna give him 3 credits here, which is not ideal. But I think I can let that happen. Most IG decks that I know run very little ice. I'm talking about less than 14 ice. So he's going to be restricted not by the number of credits he has, but by the number of ice there are in his deck. Oh, he closes off archives. That could be a problem. Sundew, okay. Let's get the lady out first. I might have to contest the Sundew here. It will cost 5 credits to contest the Sundew. Sure. I'll get the surfer out. I have 6 credits left. I can unload 1, and yeah, I'll trash the Sundew. Taking brain damage against IG is probably not the best idea, but well, I really do need the money. And I lose one of my scavengers. Okay, then I'll just keep drawing here. I'm pretty sure I have the alt art for, the proper art for this. Uh-oh. Okay. Yeah, he can go ahead and hit melange for 7 credits. I'll be happy if he does that because it's a loss of tempo for him. The reason why I trash Sundew but not melange is that Sundew gives him clickless money, whereas melange requires him to click. And I want him to I want to stall time for as much as possible. Okay, that makes me kind of sick. Okay. Maybe I should just let that go. I don't know. I will get one off the paintbrush. I think I have to check archives at this point. This makes me really sick. I don't want to do it. I'll tell you what, I won't do it. I'll give him one turn off. 2 Gamble Threader. Alright, there we go. Yeah, I'm not too happy about that. I want to make as few archive runs as possible. Every single time I run archives, I'm gonna get hit by a shock or something, and that's not good. Okay, it's time to install something. I will get the multi-threader out, I guess. The problem is I haven't actually found any memory yet, so I'm searching for my memory pieces right now. Trashing that will cost 5. I will do it, I guess. Yeah, it's pretty painful. Oh! Yeah, whatever. I would have done it anyway. Let me think about this. Clone chip. Yeah, this is a pretty annoying deck. The good news is I do run Levy, so I'm conscious of that. Multi-threader comes out. Yes, I need memory right now. I'm searching for my console. You won't believe what console I'm running. Oh, that works. Okay, I'll play the gamble first. I'll get rid of that. I'll get rid of the other workshop, I guess. It might be a bit dangerous to multi-access against this deck. I'd much rather draw my console at this point. But I guess I can slow play this game, sort of. Although, it would be nice to trash the hostile infrastructure while there's still only one out, because once he starts getting multiple HIs, things get pretty gnarly. Oh dear. Yep, that could be a problem. Icing up archives. Well, yeah. Eventually I'll have to... Okay, I'm getting the multi-threader out this turn. Having the 2 recurring credits is always nice. I'll draw... I'll just continue drawing. Gamble and host that. Actually, my workshop is overloaded. I should just install the mem chip as it is. Okay, you might be wondering what the clone chips are for. I wonder the same thing myself. It's not very useful, to be frank. Okay, he's installing lots of random stuff. Probably HIs. HI being hostile infrastructure. Okay, time to take one off the mem chip. I need to find the console. 1, 2, Diesel. Nope, no console. I don't need clone chips anymore, I think. I will install KD, I guess. And I don't need... Dog will be useful, but I'll trash it. Yeah, this game is going slower than I expected. I have two copies of my console and neither are showing up. Oh my no! Oh crap. Yeah. Okay. Game just got hard. Dear. Mm, at least he didn't score it later. I didn't. The biggest thing I lost is one dog and one clone chip, but I guess that's somewhat acceptable. Okay, I'm definitely getting the mem chip out. There it is, security nexus. Finally, thank goodness. Yes, this is my console. I think I'll just install it straight off. Uh, let me think. I'll try the single ICE server and we'll see what's on top of his R&D. Yeah, I bet he was stunned when he saw the security nexus. Who the heck splashes that? Well, the whole point is to bypass his ice. I can bypass one ice each turn for 3 credits. One because I have 2 link right now. Toll booth. Nasty. Let me see. When I encounter a piece of ice. So my trigger occurs before his because I'm the runner, so I can bypass his toll booth completely, which is fantastic. Yeah, I basically bypass the toll booth. And of course I'm gonna access 2 cards because I can. Pack campaign. Yeah, 11 to trash, no thanks. Side game. Bet 0. And he defends it. So as you can see, I really need credits to maintain a foothold in this game. And I need to save the security nexus for the nasty toll booth. It's unfortunate that multi-threader cannot be used in conjunction to pump the security nexus, but oh well. He install credit. So now on the top of the deck is okay, sure. I'll get the dog out. I'll Proco. I will tinker the ice. I'll tinker this ice. I'll make a run. Let's see whether he reses it. If he reses it, I can surf. Lotus Field, okay. So basically what Surfer does is, while I'm encountering this ice, I can swap a barrier. This is a barrier because it's tinkered directly before or after. So I'm swapping it with the ice directly after, which in this case is the toll booth. So now the toll booth will be the outer ice. I'm on the inner ice, which is the toll booth, because the run continues from this new position, which is the innermost ice. And yes, because I tinkered the ice, I'm able. This is a barrier which allows me to surf it. Tinker works on unrest ice, which is an important distinction from paintbrush, which doesn't work. This is why I cannot use paintbrush. Yep. And the annoying thing is that on Octagon, the corp is forced to do this manually. I can't really do it, so it is pretty annoying. But oh yeah, I need to break the ice with Cerberus, and I access 2 cards. I could use the Nexus instead, but I choose not to. So I know the topmost card is the Future Perfect, and I'm going to change my bid. Ugh, Eli. Alright, fair enough. But now I know that the Future Perfect will go in his hand, and I'm going to load KD Jones. And I'm done with my turn. So this is basically the idea of the deck. You basically turn the outermost ice into a barrier, and you surf it down every single time. This is why you run multi-threader in this deck, because it really helps with reducing the cost of Surfer. So every time you surf, you use up 1 multi-threader. So currently I'm on 5 memory. I have 3 memory used. If I get the paintbrush out, I'll be full on memory, but I have a Cyber Man chip, so which is nice. And he's pretty poor now. Good to know. Alright, so the Future Perfect is in his hand. I think I should go for it. He is pretty poor. He will get 2 credits from Sundeal. And that could be a problem. I'll get the paintbrush out. Okay, so I have 2 options. I can run HQ, but the problem is if HQ... You know what, let's just run HQ. Yeah, unload. Yep, first click unload. And then I'll run HQ. Because I know there's a Future Perfect in there, and it's not that easy for him to defend it with so few credits. So this is the one turn I need to take advantage of. Alright, Eli, very easy to break. So yes, I love to see barriers because it means that I can easily break it. I can see 1 card. I see an NAPD that is mine. I don't think there are too many eyes I should have to worry about. The worst would be a Crick that brings back a Sundeal, which is actually pretty bad. I really do want to run Archives right now. Yes, I'll run Archives. I still can use Security Nexus. This is my get out of jail free card. It basically means that I can get past 1 piece of ice regardless of what it is, which is so strong. This is why this is such a strong console. If he reses a Crick against me, I'm just going to... Yeah, 1 mem, 2 mem, 3... I don't... Yes, it does show 2, but all 5 memory is taken up. Unless I... Yeah, I was thinking there's a Crick somewhere, but it seems like there's no Crick. Yeah, that's an Eli. Alright. I'm forced to break it. Yeah, okay. So at least I don't have to Nexus that down. I will see cards. NAPD. Mine. First, mine. Oh, wow. Oh wow, that's just awful. Oh man, I feel so bad. Oh man, that's just bad. Oh my gosh. Yeah, there's nothing much he could have done about it. I mean, he could have gotten rich, but hmm, yeah, that's very, very tough luck for him. I definitely didn't expect this sort of flood. This is really awful. So yes, this is how Surfer Paintbrush Lady works. It's incredibly janky. You saw how long it took for me to set up. It will die against any fast advanced decks. Yeah, all you need to do is just take a Quandary on a remote and begin scoring everything out. Alright, let's move on to the next game. Let's meanwhile see the comments. Yes, clone chip to bring back Lady is probably the main way to use the clone chip, because the Lady will be incredibly taxed as it's the only breaker, and it's used to break code gate sentries and in addition to barriers. So that's why I need 3 clone chips, 3 scavengers, and even then, just for insurance, 1 levy. The jank is definitely strong. Nexus is amazing. I've seen a couple of Surfer decks on Netrunner DB. They use Infiltration and Snitch to ensure that they don't face plant into destroyers or sentries. Nexus completely solves that problem. As long as you're richer than the corp, you don't have to worry about it. And even if you're poorer than the corp, does the corp really want to invest 20 credits just to win the trace and I don't know, kick you? The thing is, even if the corp wins the Nexus trace, you won't get your programs destroyed, because what happens is you take a tag and you end the run. You don't get to eat the subroutines, the trash program subroutines, the net damage subroutines. Security Nexus basically says you are immune to all ice, and that is amazing. It fits perfectly in this deck as long as you can find it and install it early enough. This was why I was so intent on getting the Security Nexus before running. I was like, I need to find my console. I need to find my console. I don't actually, because I Cyber Solutions, I have enough mem. What I really needed was Nexus's ability. It's expensive at 3 influence a pop, but it worked out this game. Game 2. Anyone wants to play against my corp deck? Otherwise, wait, I'm playing corp. Oh no, this wrong title. Yeah, I think Security Nexus is incredible once you get it played. Of course, the problem is it costs 8 to install, which is why I think it's perfect in Shaper, because there are not that many ways to install hardware easily. Yeah, you can install programs, you can cheat programs into the game with test run, and that is just about the only thing that's cheatable. Hardware and resources are very hard to cheat out right now, and Personal Workshop is pretty much the best thing that is available in conjunction with StimHack, which is why it's worth playing Shaper. It's amazing in Sunny Level because it costs 0 influence in Sunny, but if you have to import Personal Workshop and StimHack to reliably install it easily, I think it becomes much less worth it. I'm looking for a runner. I'm a call. Yeah. Yes. Security Nexus definitely is not a main breaker strategy. No way. But it is amazing for face checking. And it's exactly what this deck needs. The problem with my paintbrush deck is that you cannot paintbrush unrest ice. You want the outermost ice to be a barrier every single time so you can surf down the server. The problem is the outer ice. If the outer ice is unrest, you cannot paintbrush it. This is where Security Nexus comes in. You run. If they res an ice that is not a barrier, you use Security Nexus, allowing you to either bypass it or just jack out, end the run, and then you paintbrush it and you go in. So it is definitely a niche use. And yes, it is amazing against Toll Booth. It is amazing against any on-encounter ice. That was one of the most satisfying feelings ever, to completely cheat your way past the Toll Booth. Not many things can do that, and this shows you the power of bypass right now. And it's only going to get stronger in D&D when there are going to be more on-encounter ice. And yes, it's a trace that the corp really cannot afford to pump, unless you are way behind, like you have 5 or less credits. Then it's easy for the corp to completely run you down. But with this deck, it's pretty hard to be poor between Perko and KD Jones. Yep. Security Nexus is definitely not a main breaker. It does two things. Firstly, it allows you to get past nasty ice like Toll Booth, and secondly, it allows harmless face checking, which is the big reason I play it. Otherwise, it's definitely not worth the 3 influence. Decoders, no, because I still have to worry about sentries. It's very hard to find catch-all breakers against code gates and sentries. Security Nexus does that. Security Nexus allows you to get past or jack out against the code gates and sentries, and then turn them into barriers later on to serve them down later. So that's the whole point. Of course, if you are playing a standard breaker suite, if you are playing a deck with a standard breaker suite, Security Nexus becomes slightly less relevant. It's still relevant because a lot of people are playing Toll Booth. Oh no, of course not. Surfer only works on barriers. Wait, let me think. Surfer only works on barriers, but you don't have to use a barrier breaker to break it. Yes. I never actually considered this. This is a pretty good point. A fuel decoder could be better instead of the dog. I could actually get rid of a lot of scavengers and clone chips if I use, say, a study guide instead. Study guide synergizes so well with multi-threader. That is definitely something to consider. Good point, right, sir? That's a very, very good point you brought up. I just like dog more simply because it's so efficient. I can't stress how efficient dog is. Base 3 strength is very hard to find. The only thing that beats base 3 strength is study guide, really, and even with study guide it takes some time to set up. So yeah, I mean it definitely could use some testing, but I prefer dog mostly for a very important reason, and that is wraparound. Yes, wraparound is the main reason. There are no ice in the game that says if you do not have a decoder it gains 7 strength, or if you do not have a killer it gains 7 strength, but there is wraparound, and it completely shuts you down if you don't have a fractor. Okay, game 2 coming up. Alright, my corp today is Wayland, Gagarin Deep Space. You can make a guess as to what card I'm splashing. It's in the universe of tomorrow. Hint hint. What did I call it? Look Lizzie, look Lizzie, no sun. Okay, Global Food Initiative. This is a decent... Yeah, this is a decent hand. Alright, let's see. Public support. Woohoo! Yep, this is a secret weapon that I'm gonna pack today. It's public support. I should have the art for this. I'm not sure why it's not there. But basically, public support says if the runner doesn't trash this within the next 2 turns, you get 1 agenda point from it. It's 2 to res and 4 to trash. 5 to trash, considering Gagarin's ability. This is not a pure kill deck. I do run Scorched Earth to punish anyone playing Siphon, but I still have ways to score out. Okay, I hope he bankrupts himself. Oh no! Security Nexus! No! Oh no! Spoiler alert, I spent 4 influence on Tollbooth in this deck. Oh no, 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 this is a nightmare. Okay, looks like I'm not gonna install my Tollbooths this game. Tollbooth is still decent. Yes. He'll probably trace through it, but whatever. I'll make him pay. So he'll probably unload his 4 credits on the Nexus. I'll be surprised if he sacks the SMC instead. I'm not sure what he'll bring out here. In any case, he'll go to 3 credits before I begin tracing him. When he goes to 3 credits, I will probably boost the first trace out of his range. Do I want to do that? Yeah, I probably do. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'll let him beat the trace himself. Oh, he's using the SMC. Imp? Imp is the only card I can think of that you really want to get. Yeah, Deus Sucker, that's fine. Okay. And 1 on Nexus before he takes his 3 credits. Oh no, it's lagging. Okay, Deus Sucker is not very good news. I just hope I can handle that. In any case, I'm going to rest the public support this turn. He is pretty bad at trashing assets, so I should be able to get the public support off. Now, this entire deck is about using public support, sacking it to Archer. The biggest problem pre-Universe of Tomorrow is that Gagarin cannot play hostile takeovers. Because the bad pub, even a single bad pub completely negates Gagarin's ability, and that sucks big time. So because you cannot play hostile takeovers, you cannot really play Archer. And that's a huge problem. But now with public support, things have changed. Now you can play Archer in Gagarin, and public support is perfect in Gagarin because it costs 5 to trash instead of 4. So that's the entire game plan right here, and I think it's pretty solid. I guess it... okay. Caduceus is going to be useless very soon. Once he gets 2 link, it's going to be bad.
Login rejected.
Oh, he ends the run. Oh, that's actually quite good for him, because now he can challenge my public support. He didn't see the NAPD, but it's not really important. I think I'll draw here, and I'll take 2 credits, and that's my Archer. So he can trash this if he wants, and he probably doesn't want to. It will cost him a lot of tempo. Global Food Initiative has sparked a new life in Wayland decks because now you actually have an agenda that defends itself. So now this deck, because it doesn't run hostile takeovers, I can actually afford to play cards like NAPD Contract, and yeah, because I won't be taking bad pub from hostile. Oh, he's really gonna trash it. Well, good for him. He's gonna be broke. Completely broke. Worth it. I paid 2 to res it, he had to click for 2 credits before trashing it for 5, and now he's on 0 credits. That is completely worth it. In the meantime, I'm going to get a remote setup. If this were an Oak Town, I would score it right now, but it's not an Oak Town, sadly. So I think I'll draw here. Oh gosh, that's useless. I'll keep the Taurus. That could... Let me think about this. I don't actually know what to trash here. I'll trash the NAP. This is probably a very stupid thing to do, but I'll do it. He probably runs Dirty Laundry, and that would be bad news. But I really cannot afford to trash any of these. These are my biggest eyes in my deck. Do I? No. No sucker tokens for you. I love Marimati. 2 credits. He's gonna get 2 credits, no big deal. I think Tollbooth is probably the worst size of this lot, and I can get rid of it pretty soon. The problem with Tollbooth is that it's 8 to res, which fuels Nasir like crazy, so I probably don't want the Tollbooth. I'll probably shake the Tollbooth soon. I'm hoping to get some sort of money card ASAP so I can actually start generating money. I'm pretty poor right now. I'm very reliant on pet campaigns, paywall implementations, and capital investors to get money. If this deck has no money, it's not going to be able to do much. Ghost Runner is pretty bad news. Fantastic pet campaign. Draw, install, credit, toss and Tollbooth. I don't think this game is going to go very well for me. Even Archer is going to feed him 4 credits, which is sort of a problem. I think this looks like Denial Nasir. Given that he's running Data Sucker, he's probably running Parasite and Clone Chip. At least 1 Parasite, and that could spell trouble. Oh great, he's going to steal the NAPD. If he wants to, it will cost him his entire Ghost Runner. Yeah, having an NAPD in Archives is a huge problem because I can't really play paywall implementation without it getting immediately eroded by an Archives run. So hopefully I find a Jackson soon. That would be nice. At this point I really don't want to play any of these cards. I guess I would want an Archer on R&D right now. I think that's... oh gosh, yeah, okay, Caduceus is going to be very short-lived. Rabbit Hole, really? Yeah, I guess it ensures that he'll get a Nexus off. Hello pet campaign. Oh gosh, you're kidding me. Well, then I have no other course of action than to install that and take 2. Yep. I'm just not seeing the cards that I need. I mean, Oak Town renovation would be perfect right now. I definitely want to see Oak Town right now. There are 3 copies of Oak Town in this deck. It will give me 2 agenda points and it will give me a boatload of cash, which I desperately need. Oak Town is so good. I wish I had one right now. Instead, I'm getting all the food initiatives, which is not ideal. Film Critic, yeah, he can steal my NAPD, big deal. And that's actually pretty good. This now means that yeah, Film Critic does not trigger the current, destroying the corp current, so I can play paywall with no worries. Of course, this is better for him because he doesn't have to click for 4 credits to steal the NAPD. But that's fine, I guess. I mean, forcing him to play the Film Critic, spend 2 clicks to liberate it, and yeah, it's worth it for me. Sure. Okay, I'm happy for that. Oh my goodness, this is perfect. Here we go! Money! Money! Oh, I'm a happy person with money. I'm so happy. Life is good. I love everything about life. So basically, if he doesn't pack plus crit, I should be able to see squash him once I assemble the combo. Enigma! I don't think he can do anything about that. Oh wait, he can! He can get Nexus out. Uh-oh. Okay, things get
Login rejected.
dicey. Okay, nope, he chooses not to do anything here. He will be able to trash it eventually. He can bypass the Enigma with Security Nexus, which doesn't... it's probably not a good thing for me. Taurus will be a very key card, because it means that he has to get past Taurus one way or another. Ooh, I love this. Paywall. And just keep hitting capital investors. So basically, I'm running two things that make use of the boatloads of cash that I'm about to make. One is Sea Scorch, as I mentioned, the other one is Ash. I run one Sea Source and two Ashes, so depending on which one I draw first, that will be the strategy I gravitate to. The positioning of Taurus will be very key this game. I think it will probably go on my remote. I'm thinking I want one more eyes on my remote so that I won't get completely stomped over by Security Nexus. I'm not sure whether I should put the Archer or the Taurus. It'll probably be the Taurus. Yeah, because I don't have any agendas right now. Atlas, okay. So I'll get the Taurus going. And more money. Eventually I'll need to start... eventually I need to get rid of the capital investors and actually start scoring agendas. The question is when. Alright, he has Security Nexus up, which could be a problem. So this is when he can run HQ and steal an agenda. I'm in trouble. Yeah, he's probably gonna steal an agenda right now. No. Let's check that. I'm quite sure there are some. I'm quite sure most of the consoles are unique. Yep, Boxy is unique. Even Desperado should be unique. I think Forger is the only console that is not unique for thematic reasons because, yeah, it's forged, it's not unique. It's, yeah, it's a duplicate, so, yeah. But in terms of in-game mechanics, it behaves exactly as other consoles in that you can only have one console. Okay, so I think oh man, this is going to make my life very hard. But Taurus still fires off even if he has 5 link. And being able to trash Security Nexus will probably be a huge swing in my favor. So we'll see what he does this turn. I might decide to score the Atlas this coming turn. He's definitely going for a deep R&D dig here, and this is going to be a huge problem because I have nothing that can stop him on R&D. I get Archer. I can't do anything. I can't res the Archer. I kinda... Yeah, this is not very good news, but I can't do anything about it. At least he's only accessing one card because he doesn't have enough to pay off the R&DI yet. Yeah, thankfully I only have 2 Caduceus in this deck because it's really useless right now. I think this is the time to go for the Atlas. Okie dokie! Scorched Earth. Let me think about this. Yep. You better score agendas while you still can. Once he gets his entire rig set up, it's game over. I could do install double advance here with the Atlas, but I'm afraid I'm not going to see any more money. So I'm just going to... Anyway, the main reason why I single advance the Atlas instead of double advancing it is because I mandatorily drew into the Scorched Earth. This means that my Atlas token is almost certainly going to be used on the sea source, so I can see double Scorched. So right now I just need more money to beat his link, because his link is pretty insane right now, 5 link. If I hadn't drawn into the second copy of Scorched Earth, I might have installed double advance instead, so I could bring up Sea Scorch on demand. We'll see. He probably knows this is an Atlas, and he probably is going to attempt to contest this server. Oh okay, yeah, he can get through. That makes me sick. Actually, no. It'll be close. I think he can get through. Yes, he can get through. That is a pain. Oh, but he has to remember that it costs 1 credit to access the Atlas. But he can get through. What I'm thinking is I'm going to rest Taurus, and he will use Nexus to try to get past it. Well, it's probably not a good idea given that he's so poor right now. Okay, I think I'm going to be able to do this, but I'll need to calculate very carefully. R&D. Have it. Yeah, that is a problem. And anyway, there really isn't any point in raising the archer because he doesn't have many programs installed. I'll at least wait until he commits his admin before I decide to do anything. And even then, I need to purge virus counters, which is always an annoying prospect. Yeah, data sucker is always a very annoying thing to deal with. So I definitely need to be aware of... Ooh, is he going for my remote? Stim hack. Is he going to stim hack into my remote? This should be in... I don't think that's a good idea. You should not run into my remote on the last click with 0 credits. You are probably not going to get much out of it. Yeah, for his sake, he better not run my remote. Just let me score the Atlas so I can see Scorch him the next turn and win the game. You know, give me an easy life. Yeah, actually, yeah, that's quite true. Once I get a Sea Scorch, I basically win the game unless he has a plus creep. Really? I'm not sure what he's thinking there. If he was thinking of getting through my Enigma with Nexus, I have pretty bad news for him. It's not gonna work. Not when you're on 0 credits. I mean, you... Yeah, Nexus is
Login
amazing, but not
rejected.
that amazing when you're poor. This is why you actually need money. Nasir, I mean, it works nice in Nasir, but you actually do need credits before you run. Yep, that's more like it. Armitage. Good boy, now I can score this. The question is, what do I chuck at this point? The Changeling? Or the Archer? I think it would be nice to have... I don't know. The Changeling. At least I can keep him off R&D this way. So this is basically a huge scoring window for me right now. He can't... Well, actually he can run against me. I have to keep in mind that he has 5 link, which means I need to outtrace him by whopping 11 credits or something. Usually I have to outtrace runners by 6 credits, but with 5 link, yeah, 11 credits, which is pretty ridiculous. So I need to be careful about trying to score agendas. Yeah, I haven't auto won the game yet by any means. Ooh, look at that. Okay, I'll just get more money, because why not? So yeah, I'm slowly going to establish the credit lead and see Scorch him when my time comes. Of course, if he finds Plascrete, then the game just got a little harder. Just a little. So basically, I think I'm going to force him to commit to an Artman 5 this game, because yeah, he has to trace past Taurus. I mean, he cannot afford to eat the Taurus subroutine. There's no question about that. Okay, my turn. Res the pet, and I'll score this. Again, score while I still can. He probably will get it. The question is, can I outtrace him after that? I'll have 22 credits, 23 including the paywall implementation, which means he needs to be on less than 12 credits. 12 or less means I think I can kill him. If he has 12 or less at the end of his turn, which should be the case. So I don't actually have to rest Taurus, and it probably means he cannot run my server. In fact, he cannot run any of my servers right now. The Ghost Runners aren't going to help. Sharpshooter's not going to help. Well, against Archer, yes. Alright. Bloop. 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 And I don't need the Changeling. Alright, I'm pretty close to winning. But yeah, so close yet so far. This interns is gonna be pretty key right now. Bringing back the correct card can seal me the victory. He probably has found his Plascrete by now. 20 cards left in deck. Once he finds Plascrete, it's going to be pretty difficult to play the rest of the game. Although I can still tag him via Security Nexus if he carelessly runs last click. So there's always that to keep in mind. The base trace of Nexus is higher than Seesaws, which is actually pretty pleasant. I hope I man draw into an Atlas next turn so I can just sneak into this server and call it a day. We'll see if that actually happens. Right now he's pretty poor. Always a good sign. Yeah, I'm thinking right now about how I can best leverage on my interns. I'm probably not gonna get public support back. Ooh, okay, that goes there for sure. The question is, what do I do with my remaining clicks? I think I might credit here. Or I could just interns. No, I'm not gonna use interns. I'm gonna credit. I'll need all the credits I can muster right now, because the plus creep can appear anytime to nullify my win condition. So this is a very good card. This is exactly the kind of card that I'm looking for. He has to run it because it could be the game-winning Atlas, but it's not the game-winning Atlas. It's an Ash. So yeah, it's gonna sting when he actually hits my server and realizes that it's irrelevant card. I'm probably not gonna res the Taurus at this point. I'll just let him spend all his Ghost Runner credits, waste all his time coming in. I'm not even gonna res the Ash because there's no point tracing him. His link is too high. Let me think. This might. I don't actually want to give him credit, so no res. Yeah, I don't really want to feed him credits at this point. Oh, there's a side. Okay, I didn't see that. That doesn't really change things. I really don't want to res ice. Okay, we'll see if he has the plus creep. I don't think he does. So yeah, Seesaw Scorched Earth really does murder Nurse Medan until you find the plus creep. Okay. You can have the Ash. Does he trash it? Yeah, he does. Alright, so he has 3 Ghost Runner credits left. That is very important to keep in mind. I'll probably want to do a Virus Purge soon, because I want the Taurus to hit. I can't get Archer to hit anymore because Sharpshooter. But I can get Taurus to hit, and it'll be very painful when it hits, trust me. Because he needs 1 credit to liberate Atman, 5 credits to pump it to 5 strength, and 1 more credit to break the Taurus subroutine. That's 7 credits that he needs to pay to get past the Taurus. Yeah, so as long as I can get rid of his Ghost Runner credits, I should be good. And no plus crit, that means he's probably dead, I think. Just to be sure, in case he has I've had worse, I don't want to dump all my Seesaw's money in it. He has how much link? 5 link. So 5 link. To beat him, I need to pump it up to. He has +2, 7. So I need a trace of 8. Seesaws. Where's my Seesaws? Trace 3 +5, 8. I don't think he can beat that. Yep, so that was that. That's how Sea Scorch works. Very standard, I guess. Pet campaign is so much more popular nowadays because of the IDs that synergize with horizontal assets. Okay, I'm going to play. Yep, I'm gonna get the Leela deck I was talking about. I'm not exactly sure how good this is. I mean, it has the backbone of a typical good stuff criminal deck, so how bad can it be? Oh, what a hand! I think I'm actually not sure. I'll keep. I mean, fansite is money. It's a weird form of money, but it's still money. And you can't resist a hand with Desperado against Gagarin, right? Completely neutering his ability is always nice. But something tells me he's not gonna score any agendas anytime soon. I'm very tempted to Maker's Eye right here. I think I will, but bouncing the HQ Ice is going to be of limited use. I will probably end up bouncing the asset instead. Okay, Desperado. I'll run his R&D normally. Hopefully I'll top deck an agenda right here. Good to know. Now I'll actually go in for the Maker's Eye. Paywall, Project Atlas, fantastic. And I'll draw. Fisk Investment Seminar, woohoo! So I saw Archer and Paywall. Archer and Paywall. Archer and Paywall. So now Paywall's the top card of R&D. First click, he gets the asset back out. It's probably a pack campaign, so I'm happy that... Oh, he draws the Paywall now, and he plays the Paywall. Well, good for him. Okay, draw. I mean, I'm not gonna use Fisk right now. Giving him cards right now is probably not a good idea. I can't use the Siphon. Curses. Dirty Laundry. I will... Fansite. Dirty Laundry is suboptimal here because he has Paywall. So I'm getting 3 plus 1 credits, but I'm also giving him plus 1 credit. And I'm not actually interested in checking that, but since he is not rezzing it, I am probably going to check it. Or that one. It's very suspicious that he isn't rezzing this, so I'm going to check this one. And I don't mind if he scores an Atlas because I want to bounce his HQ Ice. Scoring an Atlas would be a very bad idea right now. I will check this. Oh man, this is really bad karma. Okay, I can't trash it. Oh man, that sucks. He's so totally rezzing them now. No? Yeah, he's a bit too poor to do it, I guess. Problem is, I'm also pretty poor. The worst thing about public support is it doesn't trigger Leela, it doesn't trigger fan side. Because you add public support as an agenda. Which is pretty painful. No! That's eyes. And one thing I'm really afraid of once public support comes online is that you can actually threaten corporate town with it, and I don't have corporate town in my Gagarin deck because I think it is not as good as Archer, but he could very well be playing it. Jackie Howard. Okay. Yeah, this game is gonna get very tricky from here on out. I will try to get rid of the Jackson Howard and before playing the Fisk Investment Seminar for obvious reasons. The question is, does he have a Jackson Howard in his hand? If he does, playing Fisk Investment Seminar is only helping him. We'll see. But right now, I'm a bit too poor to do anything. So I think I need to set up my board state and kill the Jackson. Killing the Jackson is a must, and it's quite unfortunate that I'm gonna have to pay 4 credits to kill it, but well, what must be done must be done. Yeah. So I'll slowly draw up. I think I can face check R&D. This should be safe. I'll play same old thing. I'll run the Jackson. Let's see what it does here. Yeah, the problem... What? I don't know what he's doing, but I think he's gonna sack Jackson. Wait, what? Is he gonna fetch another Jackson? Team sponsorship? Where give me a... No, what? What in the world? This is the score. Add it as an agenda worth 1 point when you score something. No, when you score something, you may install a card from Archives or HQ ignoring the... Yeah, that's pretty weak. Go ahead. So it's not a successful run. And I'll take a credit, I guess. Really? Credit. Yeah, that's a very odd card to run by. Oh, here we go. Public support. This is probably the quandary, which leaves me wondering what this ice is. When you score an agenda. Okay, so this is slightly sickening. I need my breakers. I know I can't get into this server. Do I want to try to run into R&D? I probably do. Let's try running into R&D. What's the worst that could happen? Taurus? Cortex lock? Quandary.
Login rejected.
Which leaves me wondering what this ice is. Fine. Oh, this pains me. I really want to trash it, but it looks like it's not gonna happen. I could blind account siphon, but that is probably an awful idea. That being said, he only had 1 ice at the start of the game, so this could be an archer that does nothing. You never know. Man, I would love to bounce an ice right now. I would siphon and legwork the hell out of him. I know he has agendas in there. He's taking a very long time to think. I'm pretty sure there are a bunch of agendas in there. He didn't expect me to run the Jackson Howard, I guess, and holy oh well, please, please, please score the Oaktown. For the love of oh no, he's not gonna score the Oaktown. He's just going to slow advance the Oaktown. That's worse. Oh dear, 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 dear. I wish I had inside job. Inside job would completely save my butt this game. Oh man. I really wonder where my breakers have gone. Okay, ferry. Run. Is almost certainly a barrier or a code gate of some sort. What? Um. As you wish. I'm gonna float tags here, and that could cost me, but I'll just remove one tag in case he has traffic accident to Scorched. If he has double Scorch, he deserves the win. I'll give him that. Because I don't see any way I'm coming back into the game if... Interesting. I'll ask him what went on with that server just now. But anyway, even if you're playing Gagarin, it's generally a very bad idea to install one ice on each remote. I mean, you can do that for up to 2 remotes. I think 3 onwards is a bad idea. So basically, the best move for him right now is to trash my stuff and install ice on HQ. The problem is now that he has public support, it means that he can res an archer. And archer res certainly is coming soon. Stuff, 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 okay? At least he bothered to ice up HQ. Gamble. Clear tag. KT. I'm waiting for my icebreakers to show up. And contrary to popular belief, I'm actually running proper icebreakers. There's a Zuki Master, there's a Passport, there are 2 Corrodas. I need to get the indexing off. Oh, this is ridiculous. Actually, I'm probably not going to index because I'm almost certain one of these is a Jackson. I'm looking actually for the Maker's Eye, which I'm going to same old thing. I could use same old thing for Siphon, which is probably the better idea, but... whoa, here he comes! Let's see. Special order. Let's check. Let's see what he has for me. That's probably an Ash. I will force him to... Oh no! It's an archer! Okay. In that case, I'll use my fairy. Bling! It's good that he actually revealed the archer. This means that I don't have to worry about any more public support. So actually, I made the right choice last turn when I attempted to get his Oak Town. I thought I should have face check first click, but instead I installed the ferry first click if I remember correctly. I could be wrong. Yeah, I had the ferry on the board, so there was no point in him raising the archer to defend the Oak Town. Yeah, okay. So it will cost me 5 credits. If there's an NAPD, I'm going to be really no, I haven't made a successful run yet. I'll beat the trace. Okay. As usual, this gets bounced. I think an account siphon is in order right here. Wait, no. And yes, it's very similar to my Gagarin deck as far as I can see. I mean, just look at everything. It's basically the same. The only difference is he plays Quandary instead of Enigma, which is a personal preference thing. Yeah. You can play it pure, what you call that, uh bootcamp glacier style. I mean, he was running exactly bootcamp, and I think he has 3 ashes instead of 2 ashes, 1 sea source. It works just as well. I mean, in fact, you get 4 more deck slots because you free up the sea source and 3 scorches. Oh yeah, and yes, he frees up more tax slots for corporate towns, for student loans. Oh gosh, Ronald 5 and team sponsorship. Ooh. Hmm. Yeah, I'm not too sold on Ronald 5. Uh, yeah, it doesn't actually sound like a good idea because you don't have anything that can kill the runner for running on the last click, especially since you give up the Sea Scorch combo. The problem is if you don't have anything that punishes the runner for running on the last click, they can just trash stuff without worrying about the tax from Ronald 5. Aha! Snares. Oh yes, snare into Ronald 5 is pretty painful. You want to trash my snare? You better lose a click. Yeah, getting signed into snare is probably the silliest way to go out. But if he doesn't run Scorchers, I think the snare is probably misplaced. I wouldn't play Ronald 5 in such a deck. Ronald 5 is only effective if you have a substantial portion of your deck that can punish last click runs, whether it be Rion Knight, Byroroid Ice, etc. Okay, I'll get the deck up since he requested it. Okay, let's publish that so all of you get to see it as well. I'm gonna place it in uh, here, and I will. Alright, let's look at your comments. Uh, okay. Yes, Nasir really wants to run Imp. I think he didn't run Imp, but it would have been very useful if he did. However, he was playing up against Gagarin, so even if he had Imp, he has to think twice about whether he really wants to play that one credit tax in addition to the Imp token. But otherwise, Imp is a very important card in Nasir, probably worth the 3 influence. Would you consider playing PE? Not really. One of my UK friends is going for a tournament today and he decided to play PE. I say it's a very bad idea. PE now gets hosed by Film Critic pretty hard. I don't like PE right now. If the runner manages to steal a Future Perfect onto Film Critic, PE loses straight out. If the runner manages, and even if they don't, the runner can host an agenda on Film Critic, which lowers the damage done by Philotic Entanglement by 1, and that often makes or breaks the game. I wouldn't consider playing PE. It basically got hit by the crossfire of Film Critic, and yeah, it's just not in a good place now. In a fast meta, flatline decks are very powerful, and which is why I want to try to play flatline decks. That's why my various NBN and Wayland decks all have Scorchers in them. I think flatline is pretty strong against Faust nowadays, Snare as well. Definitely something worth considering. Chairman Hero is, yes, there was a first, I think it was a PE deck. Yes, it was a PE deck with Chairman Hero. Interesting. Again, probably not good in a world with Film Critic. And yeah, I think you viewers don't really have suffer from this problem, but this is definitely something that plagues a lot of new players because every month you get 20 new cards, you want to play them all, and you inevitably find yourself stuffing a single deck with all the jank. And that's not what you really want to do. This is a pretty good example of that. Lots of one-offs, most of which anti-synergize with each other, as I mentioned during the game itself. Team sponsorship doesn't synergize with public support. Why are you playing them in the same deck? The answer is you shouldn't. You can play both cards. I'm not saying any of these. I'm not saying you must only play tier 1 decks, so don't play bad cards like this. I'm all for experimenting, and you all know that from my channel. What you should do is to create two separate decks. They can be both of the same ID. You can create two separate Gagarin decks, one containing public support, one containing team sponsorship, and build around team sponsorship in your other deck. This allows you to make a much higher quality deck with more eyes, with more money to protect your stuff, so you get better games overall. Yeah, the problem with corporate town is that it's just not worth the agenda forfeit. Because even against runners that are heavily resource intensive like Valencia, Adjusted Chronotype, and Wildside, um, they are just able to recover so much faster. And when you're up against Noise Wildside, corporate town doesn't do much. It just drags out the game, which means that you're more likely to lose on Noise Mill. But yes, it can. Um, it is very annoying for the runner to deal with. Yeah, I saw the Dutch national winning deck. The second place decks. There was even an entire blog post or write up about it. It was pretty amazing. Yeah. Silhouette was Stealth Andy in Silhouette, which was a very interesting idea. I'm not sure how he managed to get so highly placed, considering that criminals are in an awful place right now. But well, good for him. Um, Sorry, I think it's getting a bit late. I will call off the games for today, maybe. Yeah, I mean the stream has gone on for 2 hours. I think I'll call it off. And oh man, yes, there are quite a few Australians to watch my stream, or New Zealanders, whatever the case might be. All right, I'll keep that in mind when I next stream. Uh, yeah, World's Plaza is pretty awful. Yeah, not much. Breakaway Grid plus something like the root. Yep, I'll close the stream off for now. Now I'm just mostly chatting with my opponent post game. Yeah, I guess the decks are sort of interesting. I'll go publish the other decks while I'm at it. It's mostly this Gagarin deck and the Surfer deck, which is pretty hilarious. Yeah, I'll just publish it for the sake of it. As you might notice, I tend to do live streams for janky games, and um, I save the pre-recorded videos for more serious games. I think I'll do that moving forward, at least for the next month. Okay, yeah. I actually I'm amazed that this deck actually managed to work. Yeah, but of course there are lots of terms and conditions apply, fine text. This just completely folds to any rush deck. I also played Gagarin. Yeah, I post the Gagarin deck and Leela. No, nothing much to say about Leela. I didn't even get to use the fan sites this game. Yep, so I guess that's it. Thanks again everyone for tuning in, and I hope you all enjoyed. Three pretty good games, I must say. Definitely a notch above the previous stream. So thanks again, and I hope to see you all next time. Uh, Hopefully you have a good Sunday, and goodbye. Stop the stream.